What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the new 2024 Chevy Silverado High Country. Now, for those of you that have followed the channel for a while, you guys know I don't make a lot of Silverado videos. There's a couple reasons for that. It's super saturated, but I'm also really not a truck guy. Never been a big fan, more of an electric vehicle guy, so I'm super pumped to check out the electric Silverado. But I still want to be able to bring you guys all the information about the new 2024 Silverado here. It did receive a visual refresh pretty recently, so we don't have a ton of new features here on 2024, but I will talk about what we do have that's new. So starting up front, you have a chrome grille here. It's kind of a two-tone with this body colored and the chrome High Country badging, a gigantic Chevy bow tie right here. You got some tow hooks in the front, parking sensors around there as well. Front-facing camera here, and that front-facing camera has a sprayer on it as well, so that's nice. You've got your LED running lights here. You've got your high beams, your regular beams, and down at the bottom right here, you've got LED fog lights here on the High Country. You have a plethora of engine options on the Silverado. This one has the 6.2-liter Ecotec 3 V8. It has 420 horsepower, 460 pound-feet of torque, 20 miles per gallon highway, 15 miles per gallon city. The entire thing sits on these 22-inch gloss black wheels. Absolutely massive wheels, and they look awesome. High Country badge here, two-tone mirrors here with the chrome accents, built-in turn signals. These are power folding, heated, blind spot monitoring, camera system up underneath, you name it. Keyless access right here with this button. A little bit of chrome trim that says Silverado that runs around the bottom. Then you have these chrome assist steps as well. All right, so like I mentioned, not a ton new for 2024, but I'm gonna give you all the details on what is new. So first and foremost, the 2.7-liter high output inline 4 has a new name. It now goes by the Turbo Max. The Duramax 3.0-liter turbo diesel is now available on the ZR2. You get two new exterior colors, Lakeshore Blue Metallic and Slate Gray Metallic. You have a new rear seatbelt indicator. You have active dual exhaust now with sport mode included on the 6.2-liter V8, which we'll take a look at in just a sec. It's in the back. You can now get the Midnight Edition on the High Country, which includes power retractable assist steps in black with LED lighting. The Blackout Appearance Package is available on the Custom Trail Boss, RST, LT Trail Boss, and ZR2. Adaptive Cruise Control is now standard on the High Country. You have available Safety Package and Work Truck Safety Packages, which now include front and rear park assist. And now on work trucks, you can get OnStar and wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto standard. So moving to the tailgate here, we got a lot of features back here. Cool sculpted taillights right here. Silverado badging. You've got the Chevrolet imprint High Country badging as well. This specific model we're looking at doesn't have the multi-flex tailgate. This is just your standard gate, but it is power up and down. So you can use this button here to drop the gate. And then you can use the key fob, the button inside, or just press this button again and it will go up automatically on its own. Nice touch there for sure. And these gates are so much lighter than they used to be. That's something that will never cease to amaze me. On some of the older Silverados, these things weighed 1,000,000 pounds, and now they're super, super light, which is nice, easy to maneuver there, and still pretty sturdy. All your towing capacity numbers will be on screen, but you've got all your connections right here as well. Again, more parking sensors. Right here next to the tailgate button, you have your rear vision camera, and then you have a light here. This light will help you see at night when you're attaching something to your towing hitch here. And then you also have a bed camera right there, which we'll take a look at inside. Now in the back here, you have your Chevy Tech spray-on bed liner, High Country badging, all kinds of hooks for anything you could possibly need, tie downs, straps, you name it. There's LED bed lighting. You also have a 120-volt outlet in there, full size right there. Super handy to have that. Like I mentioned a little earlier, you do have dual exhaust tips, and these are the new active exhausts from Chevy, so this is gonna have a real mean sound, which I'll give you a little taste of right now. And again, that's coming through my mic, so it's gonna sound way better in person. You also have a power sunroof up top, as well as the power sliding rear window. But let's go ahead and hop inside the cabin. All right, so hopping into the interior here of the High Country, this thing is premium. You have awesome materials all over the place, some really subtle accents as well. There's one omission that I think is a little odd, seeing as this is the top trim level, but we'll get to that in a sec. Again, not the most elegant looking door panels I've ever seen, especially for something at this price point at $75,000. You just have some rubber black up top, hard touch black right here, faux wood grain on the sides, position memory for your seats, silver door handles, more High Country badging right here. controls for your windows and your side mirrors. A little bit of soft touch leather material here. This real soft touch leather here with some brown accent stitching. Center console, giant, more perforations, more accent stitching, more of that bronze color, and then same over on the seats, which we'll get to in just a second. You have your Bose premium audio system right here, nice large speaker there. Electronic parking brake, you have your controls for your all-wheel drive system, all your lighting controls for your bed lighting, and your standard front-facing lighting as well. Heated steering wheel, you've got your adaptive cruise control settings again, which I mentioned is standard here in 2024, and your media controls on the right side. Paddle shifters here for your manual modes. Wiper controls over here on this stock, no stock on this side since you have all your lighting controls underneath. Past that, you do have your 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster here. If we go ahead and turn the vehicle on, you can see all kinds of information on here. Trip computer, speed, you've got air filter life, brake pad life. I mean, everything you could possibly want. All your driver assistance features are easily accessible right there. And you have different display layouts. And we'll take a look at these in more detail in my hidden features video coming soon, so definitely hit subscribe so you don't miss that. But if we move on over from that, you have a 13.4-inch infotainment system. This is Chevy's newest infotainment system in partnership with Google. So this has all of these built-in Google systems, Google Assistant, the Play Store, Google Podcasts, Google Maps, you name it. If you're a Google user, you're gonna love this system. And even if you're not, it's pretty good. But this has all your phone, radio, Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, your camera system, a trailering menu, built-in Wi-Fi, you name it, this has it. But if we turn the vehicle back on, and we go to that camera menu, this is gonna show you every single camera angle that you've got available on this vehicle. We have a 360-degree surround vision system on the left. You can enable or disable that if you want more of a full screen look. And then you have a front-facing camera, rear-facing camera. You have your straight-down trailer hitch view. You have it for your front as well for your towing hooks. You have your side wheels, you have your rear wheels, and then you have your straight-down trailer hitch view on its own. And you can also access that bed cam right here, and you can see if everything's staying where it's supposed to in the bed. And then you have a ton of buttons here. You have your lane keeping buttons, you have your parking sensor buttons, you have your auto start stop, you have the button to raise or lower the tailgate, you've got your hazards, traction control, and then there's a button to drop all the windows, which is a nice touch. Past that, you have your push to start engine button. It's decently out of the way, not completely, but close enough. Ventilated seats, heated seats. You have your heated seats for just the top portion, and then you have your heated seats for the top and bottom portion, so kind of a two-way system there. Then you have your climate control system here. It is a dual zone climate control system, so individually assignable driver and passenger, but you also have rear vents in the back, but no specific rear climate control system. Then you have one USB-A port, a USB-C port, a nice pad here for storage, 2 cup holders that I'm taking full advantage of. You have your shift knob right here, another little pad here, a little tray, and then a wireless charging slot right here for Qi-enabled wireless charging devices. Under the center console here, you have another full-size 120-volt outlet, another USB-A port, another USB-C port, a really nice tray with all kinds of different options for organization, and a gigantic center console area for storage with a nice LED light in there as well. But I mentioned there was one thing that was missing pretty noticeably from this High Country Silverado, and that's this rear view mirror. I would really expect at this price point that we'd have a rear view mirror camera standard, but you don't have it here on this specific model. I know you can get a rear view mirror camera. I know I've seen them on Silverados before. Now, as far as the seating surfaces go, these are jet black leather appointed seats. They have High Country badging, like I mentioned, in kind of a bronze color, accent stitching with perforations. They are heated and ventilated, like I mentioned, kind of a two-way heated system. Power for driver and passenger, and then you have heated rear seats as well for the outboard seats. All right, so hopping into the back seats here, you almost have an unbelievable amount of room back here. I mean, look at this leg space. I'm 6'1", I can fully stretch my legs. I can even extend a little bit. Super comfortable, mat pocket. You've got this little elevated area right here, so you get, I mean, you got like so much freaking headroom, it's unreal. So much space back here, tons of shoulder space as well. You can drop this little center console, get 2 in a little square cup holder. You've got a rear window back here that slides open, 2 cup holders in the front, and then you have like 1 or 2 on the doors, depending on how large the cups are. Heated seats, 1 USB-A, 1 USB-C as well. It's a crew cab, so you'd expect to have a nice amount of space, but really when you sit back here, it's shocking how open and free the cabin feels. All right, let's take the Silverado here for a test drive. Now again, this is the 6.2 liter V8, so it's going to have plenty of horsepower, plenty of towing capacity, and should be relatively quick. So we'll get it out here on the main road, give it a little juice. Yep, it is quick. No lack of power whatsoever. The engine noise also sounds nasty with those dual active exhaust tips. I'm showing in my secret features video how to equip this clean digital display theme. I absolutely love this. I just like to see my nice clean driver information, nothing too chaotic, nothing too cluttered like some of the other themes. But it also gives you a clear view of your driver assist features like your gap adjust and your adaptive cruise control system, all of that nice and clean on this screen. Just so minimal. I love that. Using this infotainment system isn't bad either. My only real negative, and maybe there's a way to fix this, you guys let me know in the comments, but I don't like this split screen deal. So you have to have something over there so you're like CarPlay and your camera system and everything doesn't take up the entirety of this 13.4-inch screen. If there's a way to turn this off to where you get to use the full screen, let me know in the comments down below. I looked a little bit, didn't do a ton of deep diving there, but if you guys know, let me know. But Apple CarPlay looks amazing. You know, Google Maps functions just like you'd expect it to. See, it went away there. Why? All right, I had to pull over real quick to test this now. Yep, see, when I go back, it brings the camera menu back, but leaves this weird gap, but there's nothing there. I don't get that. I don't like that at all. Only time it goes away, I guess, is when you're using Google's default apps, which is kind of annoying a little bit, but guess it is what it is. But this infotainment system is really easy to use. The trailering system's easy to use. You get nice access to all of your different cameras, as well as that bed cam, which is so convenient and so nice to have. This is like a must if I had a truck. And you get a little zoomed in option there as well if you want close-up view. But yeah, in my limited time that I've had here with the Silverado, I've really enjoyed it. I think that the power is excellent. I think that the design of most everything I really like. Again, this is a pretty low contrast cabin for it being a high country, being the top of the line. You don't have a ton of different materials. It's not a ton of different contrasts or colors or things like that. So if you want a more intricate and interesting design on the cabin, I'm not sure that this is the one for you, but you still get some nice accents on the seating surfaces. They're relatively comfortable seats. Not the most comfortable that I've ever sat in from Chevy, but they are super comfortable nonetheless. And having that two-way heated and ventilated option is very nice to have as well. I think I mentioned it earlier, but this does sticker for a little over $75,000. So it is by no means cheap. This is, you know, half the price of a small house. So you should expect to have a lot of these premium comfort and convenience features that we do have here on this Silverado. But if you need something that's super spacious, decently luxurious, has plenty of power and towing capacity to boot, definitely check out the 2024 Silverado. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Drop a like on the video if you loved it. Tell me in the comments down below, what do you think about the new 2024 Chevy Silverado High Country? Are you gonna pick one up? Do you already have one? What is your favorite option here on this vehicle that we took a look at? Leave it down in the comments and let's have a conversation. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button to be among the first to see every single new video the second I hit publish. We'll see you in the next one.